And then I got really excited because I thought you got camo, and I was thinking it was like a Cabela's collab or something where like you got camo Tacoma.
You'll
and I was
never
so
be able
excited.
to see me. I'll be
I was
incognito.
like, this is great, except you're going to get in a lot of accidents.
Camo is not my style, either for vehicles or for clothing.
But you would definitely
like,
not see it as well in the parking lot.
You just be walking the trailhead and you just run into something like, oh, what's here? There's a truck here.
He's got like branches taped to the outside of his car.
I've got like a ghillie suit for my truck.
He jumps out of Sasquatch and runs away. Yeah, that would be great.
You have tuned in to Remote Trails Radio, where your hosts, Garrick and Melody, take you off the beaten path into the world of overlanding, life in the Pacific Northwest, and whatever the heck else we feel like chatting about. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's hit the trails together.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to this radio. I'm Melody.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is Remote Trails Radio. We have a very special guest today. Thanks for coming back, Zack.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We had Zack on a previous episode 10, for those of you who have been listening along. So it's been a minute, Zack. You probably have some updates for us by now, don't you?
I'm practically a whole new person. Oh, the date on this other show was January? Does that sound right?
Wow.
Yeah, you got twice in 1 year. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh,
Two
man.
times in
I'm feeling very
2025.
special.
Yeah, I wonder like how many of your vehicles are the same since we recorded that first time around.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about your hoarding garage.
Oh, man. Even if I owned the same vehicles that I had in January, they probably would not be the same because I'm very much a tinkerer. I got scolded by a friend today. Jose dropped by and he said, and we'll talk about this maybe later in the show, but we were talking about how we're getting ready for a trip. And I said, the good part about a friend trailering all of our bikes down to Utah is that my bike is now at Cody's house. And that means that I can't tinker with it because otherwise I would probably have all the fairings off like on Thursday if we're leaving on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, just do it right
No
up to the
way.
last minute, just doing those last changes.
I think in our friend group, I have a reputation of saying, I'm almost ready to go, and then sending a picture of my bike, like, almost down to the frame.
Oh my God.
I'm
That
just doing
sounds
adjustments.
so stressful.
It does end up being stressful.
Oh my goodness.
It's a bad habit. I don't know why I do that.
But do you get everything put back together in time?
Yeah. I also am unfortunately habitually late, so sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah, on time is very much a relative term. In that sense.
Zack time.
There's also the issue where it will arrive there eventually looking like a bike-shaped object, but then it doesn't always turn on.
Garrick, you'll remember me at the Touratech rally, and I think I was the only dork with a wrench in my hand. Like the night we got there, I was like still working on the bike.
Yeah.
In the field next to my tent. And everybody's enjoying themselves, like getting their tent set up. Everybody's got a beer in their hand, and I've got my toolkit out, and like I just have to grease the chain, then I'll be done.
Yeah, most of our long rides, I always have at least one shot of you working on a bike, Zack. It just sort of happens.
Hey, it's not always mine. Sometimes it's other people's bikes.
That's
One of my
true.
favorite shots is me with my knees in the dirt removing a screw that our buddy Hal picked up on his GS. I think we rode through a logging area, and there was just some hardware in the gravel, and he just picked up one little 1.5-inch screw, and it just went right into his back tire.
That's rough.
But I have been the recipient of those sorts of goodwill as well, because on our trip this very summer, I needed a flat fixed, and a member of our group changed it for me. So that was cool.
That's true. Yeah. Pay it forward, as they say.
On motorcycles, are you guys able to do those tire patch kits or no? Because it's
On
It's like a
some of them you
bicycle.
can, but unfortunately with most dual sports, which is what we ride primarily, you cannot. They're mostly tubed. But hows may actually be a tubeless. Do you remember? Because those GSs usually are.
His was tubeless, and that was a pretty straightforward fix. All you do is you remove the offending object, remount the hole, and then you just plug the hole with something. And that one ended up being a little more complicated because I have a portable tire pump that's designed to connect to this little pigtail on the bike. A lot of our bikes have these and they connect to the battery. If you're smart, you'll rig it up to the ignition so it doesn't drain your battery. But for some reason, the air pump blew a fuse in his bike. And so that was a barrier. But usually we have enough people in the group where, like, between, many of us, we have the tools we need. But that one was simple. It's a tubeless tire, just like a car tire. And if you can plug the hole and pump it up, then you're fine. Boy, changing tube type tires on the trail. I mean, I don't know if you guys have had to do that on a 4-wheeled rig, but on a motorcycle, it's a pain in the butt.
Oh, I don't think it'd be. I mean, it is technically possible to change a tire on the trail, but I've never actually done it.
Is that a thing? Do people do that?
Some people do it. We had a previous episode where we spoke about my friend Sam had completely deflated and debeaded 2 of his tires. So we tried a bunch of different tricks to get the thing back on the bead, and none of them worked. I think like fires what was tried, and we tried using
I've tried that
to buckle it, and yeah, it wasn't happening. So
was he running just like very low pressure? Was that part of the issue?
Oh yeah, it was a snow run, so he was running extremely low pressure. He was borrowing somebody else's vehicle, so he wasn't familiar with the pressures it runs at and whatnot. So yeah, they had to ditch it and come back, unfortunately.
So he lost 2?
Yeah, both of his front 2 tires had been completely debeaded.
Holy cow. Well, maybe you guys can tell me, we'll get to this later too, but I'm excited about my new to me truck, and I'm like shopping accessories and stuff. Maybe you can tell me whether or not I need one of those fancy like macro jacks or whatever. I don't know what.
Let's get into it. So you have this new to you Tacoma. So why don't you tell us about it?
Tacoma.
Wait, first, can you guys remind me what you drive? Because I know, Garrick, you have a sort of related vehicle, albeit an older model. You both have 4Runners. Okay. Melody, is yours a newer one? What model is your 4Runner?
So I have a 5th gen, and it's a 2018 ORP 4Runner.
I don't know the trim levels, but Garrick, and yours is an 08 or 07?
No, it's an 01 SR5 Club, yep. So
I read that the 4Runner and the Tacoma share a lot of DNA. I don't know if the recent ones are as similar, but I think maybe the earlier ones had a similar chassis. Mine is not a brand new vehicle. It's new to me. It's a 2023 Tacoma. I made some I'm really excited.
What color?
Okay.
The best off-road color you can possibly have.
Whoa,
wait, are you being sarcastic?
No.
Yeah, wait.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Because
I know sometimes with Garrick you can't tell. He has the same reaction for being super sarcastic and dry.
Super dry. Didn't realize that.
I love it. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Okay, well, Garrick, wait, why did you say it's the best?
Wait, what color is it?
Well, okay. I chose the color. I chose the color for a specific reason. Okay, let me.
Oh, okay.
This is maybe a little bit. I chose it. This was my second Carvana.
Way far here.
I know. Listen. Okay, if you're parked at a trailhead and you know trailheads get really busy and you don't want to get a ticket or get towed or get in, I don't know. Let's say you're parked somewhere where you kind of shouldn't be. What color truck would look absolutely incognito and look like it belongs there no matter what?
Black.
I don't know what you're expecting.
I don't think so. I asked this question to somebody else and they said, is it like a hideous camo? No,
camo.
No. It's not camo. No, all of the trucks, all of the Park Service trucks and all the like fleet vehicles for logging companies, like they're all white.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a white one. And
okay.
I'm gonna put a bunch of like black numbers on the back. I'm just gonna put like a fake serial number so it looks like just like a random Park Service vehicle.
Oh, dude. So
God.
I'll be able to park it anywhere. I'll never get a ticket.
There's a YouTuber I follow. He's a bicycle YouTuber, and he's just got like this white van. And he's always changing up like a different like logo that he throws on there. Like sometimes it'd be like, Flowers by Martha or something like that. And then another time he'll have NASA, like full on NASA symbol on there.
Dunder Mifflin delivery vehicle. Yeah. That's hilarious. And we have a friend who has a vinyl printer. So I should have him print me some logos. Actually, my girlfriend Teresa she loves the movie Jurassic Park, and I was like, we could dress it up like one of the Jurassic Park like tour trucks. That would be cool. So
aren't those like red and like pink or something like that? I
well,
thought,
like
a very specific
silver.
color scheme.
Yeah, they have like green and red. Yeah. But if you Google like Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler, there's like a cool. Anyway, I'm such a dork. I really was like, it's so stupid the color, but. I don't know. I was like, I can park in construction zones and no one will tow me away.
Oh, gosh. I was getting worried because at first I thought you were going to say that poopy brown color that just came out from Toyota. I saw a 4Runner the other day on the road with that color, and I was like, that is bad. That is like a bad brown. However, to be fair, browns and greens are really hard to get right in color for anything, fashion, cars, whatever. It's really tough. It's sometimes the brown that the designer wants is not.
Tell that to the 1970s.
So
I think I saw that one and I thought I was like, there's no way that's a stock color. I thought it was like a custom job, but it was bad.
It's bad.
Is that
however,
2025?
I thought you might have gotten that, and I was like, oh no. And then I got really excited because I thought you got camo, and I was thinking it was like a Cabela's collab or something where like you got camo Tacoma.
You'll never be able to see me. I'll be incognito.
Like, this is great, except you're going to get in a lot of accidents.
Camo is not my style, either for vehicles or for clothing.
But you would definitely not see it as well in the parking lot.
You just be walking the trailhead and you just run into something like, what's here? There's a truck here.
He's got like branches taped to the outside of his car.
I've got like a ghillie suit for my truck.
He jumps out of Sasquatch and runs away. Yeah, that would be great.
I was thinking of that scene from Meet the Parents where Robert De Niro asks Ben Stiller like what color his car is, and he says, it's green. And Robert De Niro says, they say geniuses pick green. And Ben Stiller's like, well, I just sort of let the guy at the dealership pick it out. They say geniuses pick green, but you didn't pick it. Okay, I'm looking at this poop brown, and this is pretty bad. It looks like baby food. It looks like the color of baby food.
Okay, so I'm like looking, and I see a desert tan looking color. Is that the color you guys are talking about?
I think that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking at.
A desert tan? I saw more like chocolate.
Okay.
Poopy brown.
Because the desert tan I don't think looks bad. So that's why I was like shocked that you guys are having such a strong reaction to it. So
milk chocolate.
Something else.
Maybe it is a stock color. Anyways. I did see it the other day and it looked brand new and I was like, oh no.
There's like a
and in the sun it looked
nice.
Like hot poop. So I was like, this is just getting worse.
Hot poop. Hot garbage. Well, white is, I don't know. We don't live in like a hot area necessarily, so I don't know. I don't need to like reflect sun and save heat. I probably should have gotten black because that would be warmer for our cooler climate. But no, it's okay. Maybe I'll do what we were talking about before and just stick some goofy graphic on the side. I don't know if you guys like Bob's Burgers, but this is a cartoon I watch a lot. And every intro to that show, the business next to the burger restaurant is like a different business. And they all have like punny names for them. And then you'll usually see like an exterminator van drive by in front of the restaurant. And they'll always have a little punny name for the exterminator company. So maybe I could just be like, of mice and men, Zack's extermination service or something.
All right, let's steer this back to because so far we've talked about we've gotten down to the color of your truck. That's all we've got to so far.
This was
I didn't
not
know
in
that was going to be such a hot topic. That's
this was not in the show notes.
So it's a white
great
Tacoma,
segue.
2023, I think you said. And then
what's the trim?
What's the trim? What's the body? The bed length?
Yeah, you guys are overlanders. You've probably either gotten rigs that are off-road capable, or if you didn't have them initially, you've souped them up to make them more off-road capable. I do not have a ton of money, so I went a little bit more economical. And you guys know that I'm a dual sport motorcyclist. So this vehicle, the decisions I made on the trim were made with hauling motorcycles in mind. So it's the one with the 6-foot bed. It's got the access. Yeah, it's the lowest trim model, so I think that makes it an SR. It's So
5.
I don't even have the 5 because the 5 has chrome. I'm looking at
chrome.
I know. Chrome is not really to my taste either. But yeah, so there are only 2 of us and a cat in our household. So I got the access cab rather than the crew cab. So it does have the suicide doors. You can get 4 people in there. There are jump seats in the back. I think you can get a model that has nothing behind the seats. There's just like storage. But I wanted at least some jump seats in case we have to do a rescue. I love driving a stick, but I did not get a stick. I got an automatic because I figured in case of an emergency, I wanted every member of our crew to be able to drive it. So that has proved useful. Not an emergency situation, but like yesterday, I was telling Garrick we were heavy into some garage maintenance work, and the 2 members of our group who did not have greasy hands were able to just grab the vehicle that was not blocked in by any other vehicles and just go to grab food for the rest of us.
Nice.
So SR, access cab, jump seats in the back, 6-foot bed because I wanted to be able to haul motorcycles. There's an interesting thing I learned about this model. This model does not have a really souped up off-road package, and it didn't even have lights in the bed. But
honestly, with that configuration, I don't think you can go beyond SR5 with the 2-door cab. Because I was looking at that, and they don't offer anything beyond SR5 for those. I think they're meant to be work trucks.
I think they're meant to be like fleet vehicles, Yeah. But my bed didn't have lights. I wanted lights, and I did a little research, and I learned that the wiring is all there. In fact, the relay is there behind the dash. The bed has 2 side little pockets where lights would be, and there are plugs in them, like panels that you can take off. And I took them off, and I put the lights in there, and then I dug around under my dash, and it was basically plug and play. The only thing is that I got a switch from eBay, and this like kind of bugs me because I'm a little OCD, but the switch I bought is illuminated orange, and all the rest of my switches are illuminated like a bluish white, which is sort of annoying. But
is it always on too, or is just?
No, I can set it to door or off.
Okay.
Yeah, which is nice.
That's nice.
I had to punch out the little like blank that's in the dash, put the switch in, connect it up. The relay was there, and the lights just connect to a little preloaded connector that's attached to the brake lights. So that was easy to do. I figured that rather than have a ton of features that I'm not super sure about, I would just get basics, and then if I want to upgrade later. It does have 4-wheel drive. It does have a V6, so it does have the power on tap.
So I'd say the 4x4. Yeah. You're not planning on doing much off-roading with it, though, right?
No, the idea was to get the dual sport motorcycles to the trail. I think SUVs and trucks are very aspirational, and I'm sure there are people out there who get like the TRD off-road and then just drive it to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little more realistic. Like, my vehicle is going to spend a lot of time on pavement, honestly. I don't know if you guys can corroborate this, but I had read that the off-road package tends to be kind of uncomfortable for regular road driving and commuting. I don't know if you found that to be the case, but I know mine's going to be on the pavement most of the time. And then when we get to the trailhead, we'll unload the bikes, and then the motorcycles will be the off-road vehicles. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to many Tacomas, so I can't speak to it being more or less comfortable on the highway. I mean, I drive a 25-year-old rig, so I'm sure they all would feel quite plush to me.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, they've made so many upgrades.
I do like how you're not an overlander, but yet like one of your first mods was lights, because that's a very overlander thing to do.
Oh, is it? Is that like number one on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I found a hilarious thread on Reddit where somebody posted a picture of a Tacoma, and it was obviously parked on a gravel road by a campsite or something, and all the comments were hilarious. One person said, like, how can you even think about going onto a forest road without off-road tires and what are those things you put under the wheels if you get stuck, like running
Traction
boards,
Max
traction
tracks.
boards.
Yeah.
You don't have an axe or a shovel stuck to the back. You don't even have a winch. How are you going off-road?
Ooh.
But yeah, and I didn't.
Judgy.
I added lights to the bed because I figured it gets dark so early in the fall, and if we're unloading motorcycles, it would be nice to have that extra lighting.
Yeah, I mean,
So
those
that
things
was
can definitely help
practical.
you if you do get stuck. But I also just watched recently this week a video of somebody taking a Prius through Hell's Revenge in Moab. So you can get by with a lot less.
I always feel so badass coming down off of like a Vista mountain view, you know, having enjoyed sitting at a fire lookout or something. And then I just see somebody in an Accord coming up, and I think I'm so cool. And then here comes, you know, Honda Odyssey minivan. In fact, I think that very thing happened on a recent trip. We were like up at this viewpoint, and a family got out of a minivan. We thought we were so badass. And I think, Garrick, you've seen, I don't think I was with the group, but you guys have seen like Vespas. People.
Oh yeah,
do...
no, like you'll go up
Yeah.
like what you think was a really tough trail, and there'll be like a Civic at the top of it. And you're like,
Oh, for sure. Oh, Civics are everywhere, man.
Yeah.
They don't die.
Yeah, and people just don't have mechanical sympathy for them. So
No, they're just
They'll
beating
beat
the
'em
crap
up.
out of them.
Yeah. Stand the test of time. I was going to ask you for your Tacoma. Other people put sandbags in the bed in order for them to off-road them. However, you're going to have motorcycles, so I think that's not going to be an issue for you, right?
We'll have weight for sure. I wonder if these trucks are designed so that they handle better with weight in the bed, because I noticed
generally,
when there's
yeah.
nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I thought so, because when there's nothing in it, I feel like I'm bouncing around. Like yesterday, I had one bike in the bed. I took the bike over to Cody's to get it ready for the Moab trip. I dropped it off. He's trailering all of our bikes down to Utah. So I had one bike in the bed, and the truck handled great. I mean, it didn't feel like it was towing a load. It felt really stable, really
Oh,
solid.
that's great. Do you know what your max payload is on that?
I should look. I do not know. We've had 2 sub 300-pound bikes in it and some gear.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Garrick, you're typing. Are you looking it up?
I know,
have
I
no
didn't
idea.
hear you.
Oh man, I thought I was being all discreet.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
I haven't.
No.
Yeah.
well, I had outlined a Google Sheets where I actually do know the payload of it, but
Yeah,
But
Oh,
you did a lot of
keyword
research
gave
on
me
them,
a
right?
while.
Yeah.
Just in case I needed to pivot real fast, I would get a truck myself as well if I had to move on from my 4Runner, but it doesn't want to die, so I haven't been doing that.
For me, the length was more important than the payload. And actually, even with the 6-foot bed, I can't get so I have a Honda 250 and now a Yamaha 250. I can't get them in and shut the tailgate, but that's okay. The bikes do fit complete. Well, actually, I guess if I had one bike, I could do it diagonally and I could probably shut the tailgate. But with
There you go.
two, they don't. But that's okay. I mean, I think, although when you have the tailgate open, you do lose the rear backup camera because it's on the tailgate. But it's fine with the tailgate open. I have a folding ramp that I use to load and unload the bikes. And a friend showed me a trick where you basically load the bikes in, and then you can use your ramp in place of the tailgate and strap it in so it's almost like a little gate or a wall at the back of the
Oh,
tailgate.
cool.
Yeah.
So 1685 is the payload. I just looked it up on my sheet. So
1685.
actually
Oh, in
a
addition
lot.
to standard weight? Or
that 1685 is the payload, not the G.
Oh, got it.
WR, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what you can haul in the bed?
That's what you can haul all the weights, like passengers and cargo. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is actually a pretty good number. That's
That
up
is a
there,
pretty
'cause
good number.
Yeah. I think Jeeps are like the Gladiators are like 1,300, 1,200, something really low. So,
Garrick, do you have in front of you what it can tow? I'm curious about that as well.
Oh,
I know
towing capacity.
Not that wasn't high on my priorities because I don't own a trailer or anything, but I
when
am
you
curious.
get your boat, you're going to need to know.
Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. There we go. Oh, man. No, the only boat I would probably get a kayak again. I sold it a couple years ago. We've been talking about paddle boards. Maybe we'll get paddle boards.
There you go. You got plenty of room for that now.
We can get anything. Well, that's the danger. Now we have a pickup. Okay.
Begins.
Well, yeah, you drive past some crap on the side of the road and you're like, oh, maybe I need that furniture.
You're also the friend with the truck now. So
yeah.
anybody knows you.
I
know. And I've revealed it to all on this podcast.
That and you have free parking at all the parking lots in the parks.
Look, if you're moving to, a state park or a national park, I'm your man.
So I know another overlandy thing that you were kind of thinking about doing with your truck is actually sleeping in the truck bed. Is that something that you've put any thought into?
I was thinking about it. There are some problems to sort of work out first. I mean, I think going from owning a Volkswagen hatchback to a truck means that car camping is a little better. I can carry more stuff, which means that I can carry a bigger tent. So if I don't want to sleep in the truck, I can carry something like a swag like you've got, Garrick, or something like that. I actually I just bought a cot because I found one on sale and I haven't had one before. I was thinking about setting up the bed for sleeping. Right now I don't have anything back there. Whatever I do, it would have to be able to be disassembled so that on the end of a motorcycling trip, I can take all that out or compact it down enough to get the motorcycles back in the bed. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. I've looked at soft tops and you even sent me some recommendations, things like that. The coolest, most practical thing I've seen, and I forget, I don't have a specific brand or, I don't know what model, but it was some kind of soft top that sort of accordions back into the rear window and gets totally out of the way so that when you're not using it, you can just use the bed like normal. So that kind of intrigues me. That still is a very
I believe it's called
expensive.
Soft Topper. Yeah. So
yeah.
Those probably are the best as far as simplicity and ease of use. Because it just kind of shoot up in front. You're good to go. Load bikes in, and then you got that topper. If you want to camp underneath it or whatever.
But what do people do if you haul bikes and you get a little bit of rain on the way out? Then your bed is just damp. Then you have to dry it out or towel it out before you get all the gear down or put a tarp down or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the downside of the the convertible, I guess, lifestyle.
I think what I would find more practical is a tonneau cover or some kind of locking cover for the bed. Because right now, even last night, like I said, I took the motorcycle over to Cody's and I got home and I had my folding ramp in the bed and I didn't want to leave that in the bed because we park our cars on the street. I'm afraid of anything at all in the bed for fear that it'll get stolen. But if I got some kind of locking something, maybe I could keep stuff in there semi-permanently.
Do you have any recommendations on this, Melody? I don't really know of many myself.
For locking the bed?
For, the locking tonneau covers.
Oh, I was going to say, what do you think about sleeping in the back? I know you guys... Melody, do you sleep in your rig? You do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can build it out.
Is it permanently in there or is it... Okay.
No, but I did take out the back seats.
Yeah,
so Garrick be put back
does. Okay. Yeah, I think Garrick, you do that with yours, right? You take those.
You get a surprising amount of extra room by doing that. Yeah. It's actually just the seat bottoms, and then the backs of the rear seats just flap down and then are flat, which is nice.
I like that. There are very few vehicles that go flat. There are SUVs that have fold down seats, but not all of them go completely flat.
Well, I'm going to go crazy and recommend you one that I saw on a different vehicle. However, probably that different vehicle had a larger payload, but you can actually get, and you can probably build this yourself, but a mechanical rooftop tent. So essentially, it's flat on the top of the bed. I don't know the name of this, by the way, but I saw it. An acquaintance of ours on the beach had it. And then it mechanically, at a push of a button, pops up, like the X is on the side, and then it like pops up the top. And
Whoa.
now you have a rooftop tent. And then when you're ready to go, you just push the button and it just collapses on itself. So it's got everything in there, like the mattress and their sleeping bags or whatever. They've stuffed it. And so I love that because it's a lot less strain. Let's say you're tired at the end of the day and you don't want to like use all this effort to open up your tent.
Set up.
So I thought that was rad, but you can really only have that on a truck that can support that kind of weight.
What kind of vehicle did you see it on? Was it on a pickup?
I want to say it was a Tundra.
Yeah, that might be a full-size lifestyle.
Or a Ram.
Option. Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool, though.
It was really neat.
I'm looking at them. I've just Googled them. I wonder if...
That's fast.
Man. Well, I have 2 monitors and I have my web browser up here. Man.
It's a really neat thing. It's very, I don't know, very sci-fi. I don't know, for me, I was like, oh, that's so neat.
That's appealing. Wow. Just hit a button and have it come out.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of them was handicapped, which is why they had that, because they were like, well, this is the accessible way. And I was like, oh, this just seems like a great way to have a rooftop tent. And then you still had room for storage underneath for a lot of things. You could build out drawers or you could just throw stuff back there and then, yeah.
That's what I would wonder. I would wonder if there's a way I could have something like this and still haul motorcycles. I guess it would depend on how high the thing sits off the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then my buddy who mountain bikes a lot, he has a roll top that locks and it's really slick. I don't know the company name, but I know it's black and it's essentially this sliding roll top, just like an old desk would have a roll top, you know?
Like with slats. I can picture that.
Yeah. And it's MMF slats, so it's not wood, obviously. And so it withstands all kinds of weather and it's waterproof. And then
it'll lock?
And it locks. And that's the best part, is because then your stuff is safe, because he parks in pretty bad areas in Seattle as well. And if you have it out, there are people that are going around stealing them right off your car. So, you can have it kind of locked. But I don't know about a motorcycle. That seems like a totally different task. But your stuff could be under the roll top.
Yeah, the only one that I know of that seems really heavy duty that you can lock would be Diamondback. So that might be a company to look at. But yeah, I don't think it would work well with also using your motorcycles at the same time. That would have to be for like separate trips sort of thing.
But the roll top one seems cool. Like presumably, I mean, I'd have to look. But if it's rolled up, maybe you wouldn't lose that much cargo space. I think just for driving around town, or maybe, if you leave stuff at a a campground or whatever, and you have to, that would be nice for security. Because really, what I'm encountering, I've never owned a pickup before, but what I'm learning is that the lockable storage is really just limited to whatever is behind the seats. And that's not a lot. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's the downside of having a shorter cab. Although I like the shorter cab personally, because that means your overall length is not so crazy, especially for a city truck. That's nice to have that a little bit shorter.
Yeah. I mean, I live in Seattle. I thought maybe I'd be nervous or I wouldn't like driving it around, but I've been commuting with it and I can park it pretty well most places. And yeah, it's not obsessively long. It's the 2023, so it's not super wide. I think the 2025 or like the more recent models, they made them bigger and wider. And obviously like a Tundra would be way bigger too, but yeah, it's pretty good. It basically handles like a car. It's good for commuting. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey everybody, we're taking a break. This is Melody, and I wanted to remind you that we have some other ways for you to enjoy our content. We've got an Instagram now. So we have Instagram.com/Remote Trails Radio. And then we also have a YouTube now. Go us, right? So we have YouTube.com/@Remote Trails Radio. And go check us out. We're just in the beginning stages, and it's going to be awesome. So please take this journey with us and tuning back into your regularly scheduled radio. I always had a question about motorcyclists that off-road. Are they considered off-roaders?
Well, most of the people in our group ride dual sport, which I think used to be called enduro. But dual sport,
different.
Well, yeah, I think in like the 70s they called it enduro. There are dirt bikers who are like always trailering their dirt bikes to a trail. But if you are someone who occasionally rides your motorcycle on public roads, you might have a dual sport bike, which is basically like a dirt bike with accoutrement. It's got a plate and signals and lights and a headlight and a horn. And so I don't think anybody in our group has a straight up dirt bike. I think we all have dual sport bikes. So if we wanted to do some forest roads that were like a little bit closer to the city, we could just ride there because we all have plates on our bikes. Does that answer your question? I guess
For vehicles, you kind of consider yourself an overlander or an off-roader, sometimes both. And so for motorcycles, what does that look like? I guess you have way more categories.
What's the difference between those two in the overlanding world?
Well, Garrick will give you a good definition for overlander, but essentially an off-roader is where you are specifically going out on rough trails, and that is your activity. Your activity is going to seek out a rough trail and ride it, whether it be with rocks or like knotty roads or whatever.
So those are folks who have like rock crawling?
Yeah, I think that like off-roader, wheeler, rock crawler, I think that's all equivalent to like dirt bikers in the motorcycle world.
Oh, okay.
And I think actually the overlander would be most synonymous with ADV in the motorcycle world because it has sort of this like travel aspect to it. And basically a dual sport's kind of in between the dirt bike and the ADV bike. It's often described as, or a YouTuber described it that I follow, Dork in the Road. He describes it as a streety dirt bike. It's a pretty good way to describe it. A streety dirt bike. So they look
I
like
feel
dirt
like
bikes.
like touring is a good word to describe this activity because you're like touring with the possibility of being able to go on almost any kind of road that you'd want. But so among your group, among the people that you guys travel with, are there people who are off-roaders as well as overlanders? Or do you do
some mix of people that there's some people that are like really into the off-road aspect, and there's people that are more into the touring aspect. I actually lean more touring myself.
I do too.
There's something for everybody though.
Well, I think I know the answer to this question already, I assume. But if you're more into one or the other, would you choose a rig or outfit a rig in a different way?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I started out outfitting my car as an off-roader. So overlanding is kind of like a secondary thing. Like I happen to be able to sleep in my car. I also happen to own a tent. I can overland pretty much anywhere. However, it was really, truly meant to off-road for a day or two.
Okay, is this true or false? If you have a rig that's set up for off-roading, you can basically overland, but probably not the other way around, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, imagine those guys that are like truly off-roading. Let's say they've got a buggy that rock crawls. You do not want to do anything in that car besides drive it up and down that one rock crawl trail.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're not going to want to drive. Well, you can't drive on the highway, but you don't want to drive it on the highway. It's not comfortable otherwise. You don't want to sleep in it. It's open air, that kind of thing.
Okay. Are there people who have off-roading rigs that are not street legal, that are just for... Oh,
like those buggies are a great example.
How does
you'll see them in Moab? I'm sure there'll be some buggies down there.
I was gonna say, hey, you guys are gonna see them.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen like in Oregon they call them sand rails. I've seen those. Do people just trailer their rigs there and then just
those buggies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then if you want to go the extra mile, you can get a covered trailer.
Ooh. That's intense. Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll get the boat first, and then when
there we go, get the boat first. Get the boat first. Call us in the summer, and then figure out the trailer situation because that sounds expensive too.
When the rest of my inheritance comes in the mail.
So this is actually a good segue.
Wait, can I mention one more thing? And you can edit it out if you want. But I was thinking, like, Garrick, we were on a ride one time, and do you remember this? We saw a guy in a like janky Volvo, and he was doing like kind of like a dirtfish type thing, but he and his friends were all in like junky sedans. They looked like, what's it called? Like demolition derby vehicles. But they were cool. They were like old Volvo station wagons that they had outfitted for overlanding. Do you remember that? Were we together when we saw those guys?
I'm not recalling the specific instance, but
Okay.
I've encountered stuff like that before, so
And
I
I
know
forget
what you mean.
he told us what the event was that they were doing. It was some kind of rally, and I cannot remember the name of it. But the point was, I don't think any of them had trucks. They all had cars, but they were basically just junkers that they had set up for doing rough roads. And they looked cool.
If it's not the Gambler 500, it sounds very similar to the Gambler 500.
That might be it.
Gambler 500.
That might be it.
Nice.
That might be it. Is that a Washington thing?
How fun.
I think it started in Oregon, actually, but they do it in Washington, I think, as well.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Segue. You just cut that out. Edit my digression out.
Well, the segue I was trying to allude to is that you mentioned the covered trailer, and our friend Cody just got a covered trailer, and that's what they're using to haul the bikes down to. I'm actually gonna carry mine in the back of my hitch just because I want to have that hitch carrier available to us should we need to do a rescue or something like that. But I think there's gonna be 5 bikes in his, and then not only are we using it to haul down the bikes, but some people are gonna be sleeping in that trailer once we're there.
Garrick, have you seen his trailer?
No, I have not seen it yet.
I just got to see it yesterday. I mean, it is a blank canvas. It is a box trailer. There are 4 tie downs in the corners, and that's it. So he really has to outfit it a little bit. We were talking about it. I don't even think there are enough tie down points to secure all the bikes he wants to put in it. So he's still got a little bit of work to do.
Making me feel a lot better about putting my bike on my own hitch carrier.
Yeah, now that I'm mentioning it, I'm like, oh wait, my bike is going to be in the back of this. Well, I guess the sense of security comes with knowing that there'll be so many bikes back in there that maybe they won't move much. I'm not sure.
Just take it easy if it passes.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. He's towing them with his van, which I think is a Ram. One of those.
A Ford Transit.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fine. I cannot imagine that we'll be getting very good fuel economy at all.
Do they have power inside one of those trailers? Do they have any electrical outlets?
I think it has trailer lights, but it doesn't have any outlets as far as I know. I mean, the
Just
inside is just a wooden box. Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking there can't be much insulation in there. You're going to sleep in there. Oof.
But he was asking the group what he could do to, what kind of heating source he could use. And I know Garrick was responding with some suggestions in our group chat.
Were you trying to get him to diesel heater situation?
Yep.
Well, he texted,
That's exactly what I was trying to
he was like, he was like, can I get an iron stove in there? Is there
Oh.
I mean, a wood stove is nice, but the problem with those, you have to keep feeding them. So I was like, that's a lot of work. Then that's a lot of wood too that you have to handle with that.
Also a lot of weight too, aren't they heavy? Yeah.
Well, you can get smaller ones that are made out of a thin wall material. So, and then they can actually, I think they can flat pack. So they're actually not that bad as far as transporting, but it's just constantly feeding them. And then you also have to make sure you cut down the wood so it actually will fit in there. And it's just a lot of hassle.
I'm very curious what the sleeping arrangements will be. I mean, last time it got really cold and I just punked out on my tent because it was freaking freezing and a bunch of us just huddled up in the Ford van.
Yeah, it was 4 of you in the van, right? That was yeah.
I mean, it was snug, but we were warm and we made it work. And yeah, I don't know what advantage the trailer would be if we can all snuggle up in the van. But I don't know. Cody, I think, has a vision of getting some lighting in there and maybe making it like a hangout spot. It has the whole back opens up, but then on the side there's a human-sized door.
Right.
So I guess
Well, I figure as a third party looking in, you have somebody who has a van and had 3 other people in the van with them, and then he gets this cargo. It's like, hey, you guys can sleep in this cargo.
Oh, he's trying to relegate us to. Okay, I see. Yeah, he's kicking us out.
That's just from a third party, observational point of view. I don't know what's actually going on, but
I hadn't thought about that. He wants a little more comfort and space.
Potentially.
Interesting.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that both of you are going to Moab.
Indeed.
Sometime soon.
Yes, we are repeating our trip from last year. We all did Thanksgiving in the desert. We all drove down from Seattle, and then we all converged on a campsite. We had a really nice campsite last year with a shelter and picnic tables, and we used that as our base of operations, and we parked the four-wheeled vehicles and we got out on motorcycles and explored trails. And I missed this part because I had another commitment, but the majority of the group last year celebrated Thanksgiving at the campsite. So I assume that's what we'll be doing this year.
Kind of, but we're not going to have a campsite per se, at least not a campground. This year we're dispersed camping.
It's a different arrangement. Garrick, why are we doing that? Was it the price? Is that our reason for that?
There was a variety of reasons, but there was, from the New Mexico folks that we're meeting with, there was a desire to disperse camp. And personally, I'm all about dispersed camping. I love it. So I was all in on that idea.
I like it too. I want to do more of it in general. I'd like to do more of that.
Do you have to have a special Utah permit for that?
There are various areas that you're in that allow dispersed camping, but there's a lot of BLM which you don't.
Okay.
There is one that Cody specifically mentioned called the Utah Raptor State Park or something like that, which I assume that's Velociraptors is what that's referring to, because there's a bunch of dinosaur tracks in that area. So I don't know if that requires a special permit or not, but they actually put out porta potties in a lot of these dispersed camp areas.
Wow.
So they're
nice.
they're legit.
Okay, that's cool.
And I was looking I've been looking at maps all week of the area that we're going to be hanging out at, and there's just so many dispersed campsites. Like they're showing up on Gaia. They're like, oh, dispersed camping area. It's left and right. So I know we won't have any trouble, especially given the time of year to find something. It'd be more like, what's the most convenient?
When you're searching for them on Gaia, how do you know that it's a good one? I mean, we have needs for our group. We have a lot of big vehicles, obviously the trailer and stuff, but how can do you sort of cross-reference with Google or with another app, or how can you tell that it's suitable or it's nice or whatever?
I mean, ultimately going there's the only thing that will be the real test, but there are some things you can kind of get as signals of what might be a good site. Obviously, if it says dispersed camping area, that's a very good signal. If you are looking at a topo map and the topo map has big separation between the lines, that's a good signal that it's nice and flat. If you really want to go next step with that, you can actually bring up Google Earth and then put in the coordinates into Google Earth and get a really awesome 3D view of what it looks like.
Cool.
So that's another way you can do it. You do need to check the land ownership. Obviously, it's usually you want to be in public land unless it's some weird exception to that.
That's a Gaia layer, right? Doesn't Gaia have that as a layer?
They have private and public layers on Gaia, yeah.
If you're a subscriber, it doesn't come with the free version.
Yeah.
And also, if you're looking soon to when you're going to arrive, you can click on any spot on a Gaia map and it'll give you the elevation, and it'll also give you a forecast for that very specific spot, which is pretty cool.
And I remember you saying that our forecast is kind of looking pretty good.
Looking real good. Yeah. I mean, it'll be cold. It'll be up, in the upper end will be low 50s, and it'll be freezing some nights, but it's sunny so far, looking from Saturday on, which is pretty great.
Is there any more prep we have to do before we go to Utah? I'm excited. My bike is in the trailer.
Yeah. It sounds like you need a bike that works. That's put together in one piece.
Okay, so
he's bringing two, so chances are.
But is one of them ready to go?
We might bring two. I will say my girlfriend Teresa gets Girlfriend of the Millennium Award because she bought me a motorcycle for my birthday in September.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just turned 40, and she knew that there was a particular motorcycle I was lusting after. It happened to be my stepfather's Yamaha WR250R, and it was living in his garage in Ohio, and he hadn't been riding it because he has two other motorcycles there. So she conspired with my mom and my stepdad to buy it and ship it here.
Whoa.
I even threw off her plans because the day it was supposed to get here, I was supposed to be working at the office, but I worked remotely. I was here at home the whole time, and they had to
hang out on a side street for a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and everybody started calling me. My phone started blowing up, and I went downstairs, and everybody was outside, and there was a Yamaha with a happy birthday balloon on it. I mean, it took a while to get here, but man, I'm thrilled about it. And I was just telling a couple of friends today and yesterday, I think this bike does not need anything. So I really don't need to take it apart. The tires are good. I can focus my tinkering urges maybe on the Tacoma or in other places, because this bike is just set up. It's just dialed in. And it's a great height for me. It's a little bit of a tall bike, but I have long legs, so it's good. It's awesome. There are a lot of good things about the WR250R. It's a little bit more capable than the Honda. It's got a fully adjustable suspension, which is kind of rare on a bike that size. It's just a great bike. And so I'm so pumped, and I'm so excited to take it to Utah. Because
it does need one thing, though. That's a new look.
What?
It needs a new look.
Well, that is correct.
What
Okay,
does that
so
mean?
it's unfortunately...
is it poopy brown color?
He's never going to listen to this podcast. It is fairly...
It might be worse.
It is fairly hideous. Yeah. How about I hold up a picture since we're on camera? I mean, obviously the listeners won't be able to see it, but you can tell me what you think, how you would describe this. I mean, it's hard to see.
The wrap's not coming out very well.
Let me see if I can angle it.
It actually almost looks cool on.
I was going to say, it looks very Bollywood from here. I love it.
Bollywood? That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like royal blue and gold from here.
Well, royal blue is
with
the
a lot of
Yamaha
chrome
color. It's got these funky sun logos all over it.
Heck
and there's moons and stars. It's very
strange.
strange.
On your Dreadwig, you're good.
It's like a hippie acid trip is how it looks like to me. I'm just it's not anything that I would ever put on.
Also, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I have opinions about weird things, but I think it's a little odd when people put brand stickers on their vehicles. Professional drivers and riders get sponsored and those brands pay to put their logo. This has JT Sprockets or whatever. My stepdad in Ohio did not get any money from JT Sprockets to advertise for them. He didn't get anything from KYB Suspension to have a big sticker on there. So I will.
Well, you got to leave room for genuinely liking something, right?
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
Without getting paid for it.
Oh, you're saying he probably just likes that equipment. Yeah.
That's the best kind of advertisement.
So, Melody, we need to pressure Zach into putting a Remote Trails radio on.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
I don't think it would take much coercion. I can advertise for you guys. I'll drive that. I'll ride that around.
There it is.
After Thanksgiving, you're going to have it in certain places. You're going to be like, wait, what? I didn't approve this.
Well, okay, get Todd, our buddy with the vinyl printer, get him to print a 14-inch high one. I'll stick it on the side of the Tacoma.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you guys can just pay me $5 a month and I'll drive around with a big 2-foot tall Remote Trails radio logo on my truck. I drive to work 3 days a week, 2 days a week. I'll drive that.
That sounds like a good deal, man.
I'll cross.
We can give you, Zach, we can give you all of our profits.
I think I know why that's a joke. Royalties. Do you guys have stickers? Have you made any stickers? Mm-hmm. Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
We do.
Cool. I got to get my hands on one next time I see one of you. I'll happily put that on there. Yeah, the coloring it's funny about the coloring of the bike because the reviews have been 50-50. Some people in our motorcycling group are like, ugh, gross. Some people think it's cool. Our one neighbor walked by when we were bringing it into the garage and she said, oh, that looks cool. So there's no middle ground. Huh. I thought my stepdad loved these graphics. And so out of respect for him, I was going to just leave them for a while. But he texted me recently and said he bought that pattern because it was on sale or cheap and he doesn't care. So I'm going to probably rip it off. Yeah. I mean, we ride with a...
That's such a weird reason to me to buy graphics.
Get that out of there.
Yeah. We ride with a group of people who... I'll just do it all up in Remote Trails. Yeah. The other thing I was thinking of is fake endorsements, maybe. I don't know, just fake companies. Maybe I could put Starbucks, a fake Starbucks logo, but have it say something else.
You can do Bob's
or
Burgers
something.
all over it now.
There you go.
Oh, that's a great idea.
All the puns.
Yeah, I could be supported by, Mr. Fish Odor's Wonder Wharf extravaganza or something.
Oh, boy. And then you know who's cool when they drive by you and they give you a thumbs up. Oh, yeah. We're the same.
I love it. Yeah, I'm going to change it. The other riders in our group... Not you, Garrick. You have graphics still on yours, but a couple of our friends have either totally blacked out their bikes or they've gone all white, taken all the branding off, and some of them look pretty cool like that. I actually think some of the Hondas in our group look really good. Yours, Garrick, I think looks good. I think that new graphic set for that model CRF 250 looks good.
Yeah,
But
I
some
agree. I
yeah,
removed it on my
yeah.
Yamaha because the XT250 that particular year I had. I don't think the graphics were all that great, so I
Yeah.
thought it looked better without them. But I haven't felt the need to do that with the Honda. I think it looks awesome. So
You know what I think looks really good? Our buddy Caitlin, our friend Jose's wife, who's learning to ride. She's new. She's kicking butt. She has an XT. Have you seen her XT? It looks so cool.
yeah, the new
It's like
XTs they really got the graphics down nice, and especially the colors on it are great. So I was
it's a
impressed when I saw that.
different blue. It's not that cobalt Yamaha blue. It's like a more, I
It's
don't
a
even know how
deeper
to describe.
blue, and it's
Yeah,
got gold fleck and then like silver highlights. It's pretty rad.
it looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're deep into this
This
episode.
This episode is all about color schemes, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Color
We
is
keep talking about
important.
color all day long, apparently. But we should probably
Color
move on to
is
random
important.
recommendations.
Oh, I was gonna save your
please.
trip. It's probably always best to have Garrick on your trip because he's like the super planner. So you know that he's gonna have researched all the trails and all the campsites and all of those things.
I was going to say, I'm so grateful that Garrick is that planner. You guys made me nervous in a previous episode talking about some snafu where all your Gaia pins got erased or lost or something. I hope that doesn't happen to us.
I think that's a one-off. Yeah. I've been using Gaia for a long time, so I can say that's the only time that particular glitch has happened. I've had other glitches happen, and they've fixed them right away. However, this is the one that we were like, oops, this is bad.
Yeah, at least with mine, I know where I sourced them, so even if the worst did happen, I would be able to recreate them.
I'm glad you're that planner, and I feel like we have backups too. Like we always end up with paper maps. We've got Onyx and Gaia and Google, and actually Moab is cool because it's not hard to find places to ride. I mean, the planning is great.
Finding this not hard. It's just choosing them is the challenge.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's so much down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, what we're doing is optimizing. We want to find the best ones. I mean, we could probably just ride out from our dispersed camping, and whatever we explore is going to, I mean, it's definitely going to be very different topography and scenery from the Pacific Northwest, which is cool, but everything is awesome down there.
The challenge I find is that for motorcycles, it's hard to judge the difficulty. There's a lot of sites out there that'll give you the difficulty for a 4x4, and you kind of have to use it as sort of like an indicator, but then like stuff that is really easy on a 4x4 can be very challenging on a motorcycle, and vice versa. If it's tight, then a motorcycle is like whatever, it's fine. But if it's like super big rocks, then a lot of 4x4s are like it's fine. But then bikes are just struggling, or sand. That's usually my downfall. Deep sandy areas, it's so rough. So.
You have mentioned this previously before, and I wonder if you're going to ever make an app, Garrick, because you were saying that there's a need for this app in the marketplace.
The funny thing is that there's like Trails Off Road, which is like the best I'm aware of for 4x4s. And somebody asked me like, "Hey, you do this for motorcycles?" And he's like, "Yeah, we did some research on it. There's just not a profitable market for it to be a thing. So we're kind of off on our own."
Oh no! Well, if there's any listeners out there that can write apps, there is missing in the marketplace difficulty levels for motorcycles on trails.
Oh, that's what it would have, the difficulty levels. Is that what's missing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of trails I've created, and they're like my best guess of how difficult it might be. But if we come across stuff that's harder, I try my best. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, also your difficult might be subjective to other people too. And I feel like that people do sometimes put difficulties on apps, but it's hard to tell what people consider difficult and easy.
Yeah. Well, Trails Off Road has a really good system where they have actual numbers associated with their difficulties. Oh, there's like a big step up. If it's like a 5-inch step up, like that's not as bad. If it's an 18-inch step up, then that's going to be a little more challenging depending on what your setup is. So, yeah.
Could that be used for dual sport motorcycling, or does it not? Can you not really transpose it?
It's hard because a lot of those, if it's taller than your axle, then you're going to need really big, really impressive skills to get past that. But then with some of these trails, because you only have a thin little line you have to do, there could be like a little line that you can actually get past these like crazy step ups, right? So it's hard to know unless you're there and you see the obstacle.
Yeah.
So,
well, Garrick's doing the legwork. He's plotting out some routes, I think.
Yeah, I have fun with it. It hypes me up before doing it. So happy to do it. And hopefully we'll get to see some really cool stuff. Like the Thelma and Louise spot, I guess, is one of them. Like you can actually go right to the Thelma and Louise like point where they drive
Whoa.
off the cliff.
You can reenact it if you want.
Whoa,
If
wait,
you're so
whoa,
inclined.
guys, stop.
No reenactment.
Too far. Bring it back. So I think it's time for random recommendations.
I think it
What do you
is.
guys
Yeah.
think?
I think
Okay.
so. I think it was 15 minutes ago.
Melody, I wanted to say this is not my recommendation, but in a previous episode, you recommended something. And when I was listening to it, I said, oh, yes, I do that. And I love that. You mentioned Depop. And
Yes.
I don't have that app. I haven't used it, but I buy and sell on Poshmark. And when you described it, I thought, yeah, that's awesome. In fact, I think pretty sure half the stuff on my body right now I bought on Poshmark.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, it's
Because
basically.
I think I
think it's
poo-pooed
the
it in the
same.
last episode.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the difference is between that and Depop, but I think the philosophy is the same. You know, buying and selling.
Yeah, and are you able to sell on it? Okay, and then the stuff you buy, you love.
Yeah, actually, a jacket that I bought on Poshmark is a raincoat that I wear all the time. I'm always in it. It's a Bellstaff wax cotton jacket, and I wear it all the time. And I don't know if those are very expensive, and I got mine for a prayer and a song. And some of the stitching's coming out, but it's still got some life. I love the idea of just giving things a new life. You know, I got a pair of boots on there. I've bought and sold motorcycle gear on there, so you can. It's a little tricky because the app is not really designed for that. But if you type in motorcycle jacket, you could get really good motorcycle gear, or you could get like a fashion leather jacket that just looks like a motorcycle jacket. So you sort of have to like screen a bit.
Great recommendation.
So Zach, yeah, the Poshmark is not even your recommendation, right?
No, that didn't. I feel like maybe that just ended up being my recommendation.
Sounds good.
I didn't really even intend for it to be that. I just wanted to say that recommendation was cool, and I get it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Melody, how about you? What's your random recommendation?
My recommendation is food. So if you guys know the Belgioso brand, they make a lot of soft cheese. And they now make a burrata filling only cheese, which is in a little half tub. It's also called an Italian stracciatella. And what it is, you know the burrata, how it comes in like this little round bubble of goodness. And so they just take the inside of it and stick it in this tub. And it is like the best thing ever. So now I can happily eat it with a spoon and I don't even have to take the outside off. I can just go right in and get the good stuff, put your aged balsamic right on top and then eat it. So that is my recommendation. And it is available in Fred Meyer stores, QFC, Met Market, those kinds of places. So yeah.
Nice. I'm lactose tolerant, so I have no interest. But I know that Zach is very into his Italian roots, so you're probably the perfect audience.
I'm also lactose intolerant, but I'm in denial on it.
You are.
Yeah, and I carry Lactaid with me everywhere. I'm sort of in denial about it. I think I'm maybe not as sensitive to it as Garrick is. I'll happily eat an ice cream sundae. I will demolish some, stracciatella and just pay the price later because it's worth it.
It's so bad for me. Like I can't even enjoy the thing anymore because it's like dread.
I feel so bad. If I couldn't enjoy a pizza, if I literally couldn't eat a pizza, just kill me. I don't want to live.
Mm-hmm. Pizza's very good.
There's so many things I like that have cheese in them, and I love Italian food so much. Yeah.
We said only live in Wisconsin because every time I visit Wisconsin, it's ridiculous. You go into a restaurant, and everything has cheese. Like there's no non-cheese.
How do you live, right?
Yeah.
They're wearing it on their heads out there.
Exactly.
So, Garrick, what is your random recommendation?
I have two. I have a really quick one that's boring, and then a little bit more fun one. The boring one is anti-seize lubricant. When I was working on my rig this summer, I had taken the chairs out, and a couple of the bolts that hold the chair down are actually just like. As soon as you pull the bolt out, you can see the ground beneath you, right? So they're exposed to weather, and they were really rough getting them out of there. So I added some anti-seize lubricant when I was screwing the chair back in, and that just made it just smooth and easy and perfect. And now I don't have to worry about it getting all rusted in down there. So Anti-seize lubricant, in my opinion, solves a lot of mechanical issues. Highly recommend that.
Garrick,
So, yeah.
can I say something about
please,
the
interject.
NACs?
Yeah.
I am a big proponent of this. I know that this was like the lamer of your two recommendations, but I listened to a podcast that you know about called Motorcycles and Misfits, and there's a mechanic on there that they call Miss Emma, and she recommended a particular type of anti-seize. And since she is a very experienced mechanic and I trust her knowledge, so usually you can get the Permatex like silver stuff that you can put on your bolts. She uses
I think it's
something
what I have,
called... Yeah, I've got that too, but she uses something called Coppa Slip, COPASLIP, Coppa Slip, and it's got copper in it. I found this stuff to be really good. It's high temperature, and if you're joining bolts into like engine cases and you're joining dissimilar metals, this will help them not to corrode, or sometimes you have galvanic corrosion is a risk. But I found this
the high
stuff
temperature
to be
is
really
a good
nice.
point too, especially on like when you're working around like engines and whatnot. So makes sense.
Yeah, if you're doing like exhaust bolts or something like that. Plus,
Cool.
oh man, we've all taken parts apart and you like can't get the bolts out. This will make
I hate it so much. Yeah,
this will make your life so much easier when you have to take stuff apart.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, that was Anti-Seize Lubricant as a quick random recommendation number one. My second one is actually a song. It's by the band Rush, which is a Canadian band. And I've known about Rush for a long time. Some of the songs I think are okay, but I've never really been a fan. Every Halloween, I'm always trying to expand my Halloween playlist. And I'm always looking for like new songs to like add to the playlist. And this year I came across Witch Hunt by Rush. And it's definitely my favorite song by them. It's this foreboding, deep, just dark feeling song. And it's got this cool synth vibes to it. And I actually heard a little bit of a backstory from it. Apparently, when they were recording it in studio, that's when John Lennon was shot. Like they were like literally in the studio recording when the news came out. So it like kind of adds this other layer of darkness to it. But yeah, if you're looking for kind of deeper, darker feeling song that's got some kind of cool prog rock going with it, Witch Hunt by Rush, strongly recommend.
Is the drummer from Rush a long-distance motorcyclist? I think Neil Peart is a motorcyclist, and I don't know if he's an overlander, but I think he's like a long-distance rider. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I believe it.
So a little connection there.
Nice. All right, so that brings us to the end of our episode. Zach, thank you for joining us. Do you have any closing thoughts for our listeners?
I'm just really grateful to be here. Thanks for having me on twice. I love this. This is really fun. The truck is new to me, and I don't know much about the overlanding side. So every time I talk to you guys, I feel like I learn stuff. I was really looking forward to this because I knew, your recommendations are valuable to me, especially where four wheels are concerned. So
nice.
Thank you.
And obviously you listened to us because you knew about Melody's random recommendation from our last episode. So
oh yeah, I was in the car driving to work and I said, yeah, I know. I do that. I sell and buy clothes secondhand.
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing your new truck to us to talk about, because that's the exciting part of overlanding, I feel like sometimes, is when you know what you want to do with it, but you're like, how do I get there? And the whole process and the build is, I don't know, that's what gets me going.
Yeah, I didn't even mention the first mod I did wasn't even the lights. It was this like rail I put across the front of the bed that has indentations in it that will basically grab the motorcycle wheel. It's like a wheel chock at the front of the bed. So that I'm trying to make my mods tailored to what I'm going to do with it. I don't have a ton of money, so I can't afford to throw down on a whole deluxe suspension setup, but I will rig it up and outfit it for the kind of driving and riding and adventures that I'm going to do. And I love getting recommendations because there's always stuff that I don't know about.
Every mod feels like a little new car day, feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everybody's vehicle is different. I mean, you guys even have the same model vehicle, but I'm sure you could have a dozen Forerunners in a parking lot and not a single one would be the same.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, and we'll call that a wrap.
If you want to get in touch with us by email, let us know what you think. remotetrailsradio@gmail.com.
RTR, over and out.